The following program was paid for by Southern American Media.
Fox 30 welcomes you to Meridian's favorite TV personalities and three-time CMA nominees for Broadcast Personality of the Year. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Debbie.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. This is Odie. It's Friday.
Hey, we told y'all Friday was coming. Just
Yep.
look at that. My collar has done.
I can't believe your wife would let you leave home. She didn't press that shirt this morning.
It was working when I got home, or when I was leaving.
You had a
I
straight
guess it's our hair and makeup.
department.
They was too worried about my hair.
That's what it was.
My wardrobe
Look,
malfunction.
we got to really implement this new rule of no one gets a vacation around here. You take somebody off, get a vacation. It really works everybody else to death.
Yeah.
Y'all come back off this vacation. Stop all this.
Y'all done pushed too much heartache on us. We got to do our own hair and our own makeup.
It's bad. It's bad.
My wife and my daughter, you need to get your hair cut.
Well, I'm not getting involved in that one. I saw your wife yesterday.
It's 3 miles down the road on Woods Road, and I can't even make it.
Because you get busy. Things like that happen. There's a lot of us. It's just like replacing brakes or getting an oil change in a car. I'm going to do that today. I'm going to do that. And every time, it's like my mom had some medicine I was supposed to pick up somewhere. And I went up and the window was closed. That was a week ago. I got to go get it. She's about out of it now.
So I've been
It's
here
becoming
once.
an emergency now.
Yeah, now it's I gotta.
Yeah. We do hope your morning is going well. It's 72 now. We're going to get to about 88, Odie. Nice weather.
Yeah, not
no
too
rain
bad.
tomorrow either.
Hey, should have a good weekend, and we got a full weekend happening. There's all kind of stuff.
Like what? Give me
going
some
on.
examples.
All right, so I'm waiting on some more times, but Meehan Fire Department
10 o'clock.
has got Meehan Day. So go buy Boston butt. I think they've already sold out of Boston butts,
Wow.
but they've got pulled pork plates, all kind of stuff, 50-50 drawing. Then you turn around and go out to Long Creek. And Long Creek's got a big day, and they've got a car show. So go out there from 10 to 2 and support them. And go look at all the cars and stuff that's come up. It's going to be a full field day for the county fire. Ought to be able to get a lot of stuff accomplished tomorrow with everything going on. Wake up early and get on into town and, hey, support the local fire department.
The Meehan thing kind of snuck up on me. I didn't even realize they were having a Meehan Day. So congrats.
Yeah, go check all that out. And I tell you, fire departments need the help.
Yes, they do.
So,
Well,
man.
Looking forward to the cars going. DeSantis says, some headlines that are across America this morning. DeSantis says ain't nobody going to impeach Joe. You want to know why? They don't want the vice president to become president. They're going to they know what they have, and they're going to leave it alone. He says that's truly, at the end of the day, what's going on.
Well,
That's part of it.
and neither one of them can think.
Sometimes that's true.
But with her, you don't ever see her.
No, you don't see much of her. She's kind of in the background. Something, and you've got a little experience on this. Another headline that is shaping America this morning is we found out the tragedy of do you call it a submarine or what do you call it, Odie?
It was a submersible, and a submarine's got power that it can go. Now this was submersible, but basically it just dropped down, and now they could maneuver, but not very far, and then they could be able to come back up to the top. So they found the debris field from where this thing imploded. They pretty much figured this submersible had so many safety features on it that if any little thing happened, it would automatically shoot back up to the top and get back to the surface, and it didn't. So they were fearing the worst, but still had to have proof and make sure that it didn't just get stuck or land on the bottom. They couldn't get back up.
We're seeing headlines this morning, text are coming out on this, Odie, that it was a guy that they tried to sell tickets to at the last moment. You know, they were getting $250,000 a seat.
Yeah.
He's got the text from the guy that went down with it, offering him seats on it for $100,000, and him and his son turned it down. And I bet that's the greatest deal he'll ever make in his life that he didn't buy.
Exactly. Well, you know, there was a guy that I'd read that, and one of my questions was, do they x-ray this capsule every time it comes back up? And I hadn't seen where it said specifically no or specifically yes. But I have read a couple of articles where it talked about there was a guy that was over the safety department, and he kind of brought up some ideas that
To watch.
It needed to have an x-ray done after every trip. The porthole was not rated for that depth.
And it could crack. It's kind of like going to the fair. Every one of those rides needs to be inspected every day after use so that, well, things don't happen.
That's right. That's right. You put it up and you check it out as it goes. The next day before you start, everything needs to be checked and go through that. And I tell you, Zane Royal, if you go by his place, he'll have fair rides out where he's redoing them and
always working on them.
Always working on them.
It's like you always let your wife speak to you first. Check the temperature before you open your mouth.
You got that.
It's safer in life.
What'd you do today? What'd you hear?
Advice from folks that's been married a long, long time.
Yeah, I've been married for a long time, just not the same one.
I ain't going there. I am not going to touch that one.
I've got a lot of years and more than one.
There you go. All right. Well, finding out all this information about Odie there.
We got another one that come up this weekend for tomorrow night.
What's that?
The super late models are making their big 800 horsepower engines rumble around. Why not? Man, so you talking about a cars. You got a little old bitty circle.
Yep.
And these old cars on dirt. And these old cars doing over 100 mile an hour in a circle. If you've never been out there, go check it out.
Never ride. Our best advice is never ride with Rodney. Ever. Don't do that.
There's a concrete wall. Don't worry about it.
It's spooky. But I'm gonna tell you, and I'm being honest about that. I rode with Rodney, and he is a professional. He is good at it. We were 120-something miles an hour sideways for, I don't know, it seemed like, 2 days. And I kept thinking, how would this work out if there was other cars here? And I thought, I don't ever want to know that. Dirt just like this, and all I could see sitting there was the wall staring at it, and Rodney just smiling. I didn't even yell, let me out, because I didn't want to mess the boy up. But great racing action this weekend. I hope you'll go out and visit with them. Wyandotte Motorsports Park, Highway 19 South. You'll find it in the big city of Wyandotte. Drop in and visit with them. We got more coming up. Robberies overnight?
Not anymore.
That's right. The Scotty Ray Report, where, well, even other news agencies get their headlines from. Join us. We'll be right back.
I'm Devin Snowden, Republican candidate for District 1 Supervisor, Lauderdale County. I'm 6th generation Snowden to call this home. This is where I'm raising my family, where I work and serve the landowners of this area, and where we play. I want Lauderdale County to continue to call home. If elected, I'll do my best to make Lauderdale County its best. Please vote for me, Devin Snowden, on August 8th, and remember, I'm not just any candidate, I'm your neighbor.
Paid for by the campaign to elect Devin Snowden.
Health Now is your locally owned medical equipment store. Every person's need is a little different, and they offer a little bit of everything from hospital beds, wheelchairs, reclining back wheelchairs, breathing treatments, CPAPs and supplies. They even have walkers, bath products, and oxygen. And the great thing about Health Now is they offer same-day service. They're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and on call 24/7. Health Now Medical Equipment, where we treat our patients like family.
It's campaign season. Do yourself a favor and elect Reed Tree Service. Got a tree that scares you each time that it sways in the wind? Elect Reed Tree Service to remove that threat. Have storm winds knocked a tree down in your yard and you want it gone? Elect Reed Tree Service. Professional, experienced, insured. Call Mike 601-416-1233 and elect Reed Tree Service for all of your needs. Tell him Scotty Ray sent you.
Your local farmer knows a good deal when he sees one. The L-Series Kubota tractor is the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA and offered at Parish Kubota with 0% financing available. Come see why we're more than a tractor store at Parish Tractor.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and this is Odie. And what do we have to show this morning? Romp row.
They were at it again.
Dairy Queen this time, and as usual, these burglaries, they pick right on that drive-through window. As they gained access to Subway last night, tonight it's Dairy Queen. What will it be tonight, and what will it be Saturday night?
You know, we've got to catch these guys. Somebody's camera's gonna catch them, and somebody's gonna see which way they come from, and then they'll get to go and spend the night in the Bear Yacht. Well, not the Bear Yacht because it was here, but
what do you call the one in Meridian? Well, it's not real big in Meridian, is it? They have
I think
to be
it's 4 or 5. Yeah, then they have to take them to Philadelphia or Kemper
to cab.
You know, it would almost.
Oh, that reminds me of the night the criminal jumped out the back of the police car there in front of Ernie Watts. You remember that one?
Yeah, took off.
He took his feet
route.
as they're delivered him up there to the prison, took his feet, knocked the back glass out of the patrol car, and jumped out.
He went to go hide around some of them implements up there.
And good thing Ernie caught him.
Ooh, but I don't know how it is here. Don't want to know. But it would almost be worth going and spending the night at the Bear Yacht for the continental breakfast and the Skidmore's dinner.
Always something good there to eat.
You know,
I'm not going to lie. I've often woke up around 2 o'clock in the morning and thought, I sure would like one of those Dairy Queen ice cream cones, but I ain't never wanted to break through the window just to get it.
or a blizzard.
Yeah, good stuff there. From what we're understanding, this was somewhere between 2 and 3 a.m. They didn't take anything. They got in the store and then realized, oh, there's a burglar alarm going off, and Popo was coming. So they exited the building and ran up the hill. Last seen, boogie there, boogie there.
You know, that area would probably be a good place to put one of those fancy cameras. Wait a minute.
Well,
Isn't there one up there
Oh, Odie,
by the church?
you may be onto something.
But we have to monitor it.
Yes, we do. Got to watch that. Another thing that happened last night, and this happens, I don't always report these, but I thought I would bring this up this morning. It's more of a problem than we realize in the Meridian area. Say you're driving down the street and somebody hits your car. Odie's sitting there and he looks up and they drive off. That happened again. This is called a hit and run. It would happen, and I'm not sure what the name of the store is now. It used to be the Dixie, right there at the Forks. Here's the fire department right there at State Boulevard and North Hill Street.
Yeah.
A Yukon was seen fleeing the scene after it had bumped someone.
Well, that's a big car, so that would have been a big bump.
Yeah, it took a heavy right down past the country store and off on Pine Springs Road it went. We don't know where it ended
right
up.
behind them.
Yes, sir, Bob. So
LaWanda said they call that just the plain old Sheriff James Moore Hotel.
The James Moore Hotel.
You can't find a better name. You can't name another jail out there that has a better name than the Bear Yacht.
Has a ring to it, doesn't it?
It does. Just the Bear Yacht.
I visited that once, and it was a visit.
And I bet nobody serves meals like they do at the
No,
Bear Yacht.
that's got some good food going on there.
You wouldn't. Almost wouldn't mind a night there just for the food, but I ain't there yet.
We'll do a show of a night in jail, and we'll just video you in there.
We're gonna have to use some of those computer-aided graphics. I have to put one of them doors over me or something. I ain't going in there.
Woo! I don't want to ever go to one, ever. If you remember the thing from that big movie about the prison thing,
Alcatraz?
No, the other one that what's his name's in? Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, where he snuck in.
No, he breaks out. Morgan
breaks out.
Morgan Freeman. He's in there with Andy and the characters. What's the name of that?
I don't remember.
Shawshank.
Oh yeah, Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
Golly.
Lindsay, thank you.
Baby Duck, thank you.
But it's one of those things of how long would it take you to cry? Everybody bets on who's going to squeal first. I'd probably do it before the lights went out. Woo!
That was a good movie.
Oh, man.
Man, it was a good movie.
Something to think about. Accident yesterday on 28th Avenue. Possible injuries with that. If you were in that area, you saw all the lights, the ambulances, and the fire truck arriving with that. We hope everybody turned out okay. We do know the wreck happened. We don't know what much else after that, after they left the scene there. Now, I want to say this. I brought something to the attention of Meridian I thought that needed to be said the other day. Let's pull up this picture. This is what Meridian looked like, and we're beginning to see more and more of this week. We posted this picture, and it was a shame. People have been watching it for days. This is the scene this morning as I started getting calls yesterday. This is what it looks like now. And we have to give that a boys to the folks that stepped up and took care of this. The Community Development Code Enforcement Division completed the cleanup on this. Meridian Police Department was out, and we appreciate y'all doing that.
Yeah, and getting that cleaned up, and it looks nice. And after we got off yesterday, John, the alligator Bradley, he sent me a message, and he gave me an analogy when it came, because I told everybody to y'all go look at broken windows and look at that theory, and it's not a long theory, and you can get 3 minutes of reading and you can get the gist of the whole thing. But he brought up an analogy that went with it, and he said, think of it this way.
I'm thinking.
If you go into your kitchen and it is spotless and your sink is clean, you don't want to put a dish in that sink. But if you put 2 dishes in that sink, you don't care anymore about the kitchen. You'll pile the dishes back up on top of it.
So you're trying to tell me we need to keep it clean as we go.
That's it.
Look at there, trying to outsmart me there
And
with
if
an
you
analogy.
look at you didn't even know what that word meant.
I didn't. I do now. I'm all over it.
Kind of like one of them hyperboles. A lot of people call them hyperboles.
But that was a change. And again, let's just look back at this. This is what it looks like. When you see stuff like this, let us know. If you see this hanging around Meridian, send us pictures. Let us know about what is going on in areas of town. We do want our town to be the best that it can be. And this goes for Philadelphia. This goes for Louisville, Quitman, Newton. You see it, we want to know about it. Even our friends in Alabama there, Livingston. Y'all keep us track of what goes on in your world there.
We got some good friends in Clark County.
Yeah.
We like old Clark County.
Boy, if you were driving along 23rd yesterday, couldn't help but jump out and take a picture of this. This was like, they dug it. I won't say it was a sinkhole, but that could have been dangerous there on 23rd. 18th Street right there at the red light.
That's a big old hole right there.
It's a big one. You can top that hill and not see it in time.
What's the back end of that car sticking up off the ground for?
Things like that happen.
Yeah.
So always be cautious. There's always some type of, I know there's a lot of work being done right now on Highway 493 right before you reach Last Chance Tobacco right there. They've had equipment in there the last few days. So be careful as you come across this.
And Highway 39, it's getting redone. They're digging up the middle of it. And I think once all this road work's done, we go see old Greg down at Greg's Fireworks and go put on this big old fireworks show where we don't have any more construction on all 4 corners of the city.
That would be good.
Yeah.
I don't know the outcome of this, but I think we need to mention it. Always when someone's hurt, we pass along prayers, and I don't know how the details of this, but we did get word that there was a fall injury yesterday. That would be in the 200 block of Highway 19. They were working on a building, someone slipped off a roof. And we do hope that they're going to be okay. I don't have any other information other than that it happened. And let me tell you, I've fallen out of a chair, and it didn't feel good. So... You slip off the edge of a roof, it is definitely not going to be your morning right now.
No, not at all.
All right. Scotty Ray Notice or Odie, what do you want to call it?
Whichever one you want to call.
We'll be right back.
All right.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Are you looking for a job that could last a lifetime? Structural Steel is hiring now. With employees that have been there from 20 to 40 years, they're family owned and operated since 1975. Competitive starting wages, a 401k package, and great insurance. Immediate openings on the day shift and night shift. From entry-level helpers, welding and tacking, grinding and fitting. And the list goes on of job openings. Start your future today at Structural Steel. Call 483-5381. Folks, if your yard is needing grass and you need it quick, talk to our friends at Coates Hydro Seeding. They offer residential and commercial. The great thing about this, it doesn't wash, the water treads, and it holds the soil in place. It's the easiest way to grow grass. That's hydro seeding. You'll get a great-looking lawn without all the dry spots. How many times have you put out seed and it gets washed away, blown away, or even the birds eat it? Talk to our friends at Coates Hydro Seeding, 601-728-1954. We're back. We mentioned yesterday morning that there was a murder in Louisville, which is just north of here, Winston County. They have made an arrest in that. And again, you're innocent until proven guilty. But the shooting took place on Jones Avenue. It was Wednesday afternoon when it took place. We talked about it yesterday. The police chief has arrested a 23-year-old Mr. Smith for the murder that happened there. We have way too many of these in the state of Mississippi that happened.
Yeah.
And it seems to be we have an over amount of crimes like this from anywhere from 15 years old to 25. That seems to be the new age where life doesn't seem as much to them. You hate to characterize, but we're seeing a lot of crime in that age.
Yeah, and it's hard to pinpoint why. You don't want to. Where is upbringing?
Right.
There is none. To tell these people there is so much more out there. There's so much in your life you can do. It's not going to be handed to you. You've got to go out there and look for it. You're not going to make $100,000 on day one of your first job ever. You've got to work your way through. But you've got to be willing to put in a little bit of time to earn your pay. But to listen to people saying, hey, let's go shoot this up or shoot that up, or you want to be part of our gang, you've got to do this. And now they're ruined forever.
Your life is changed. Let's hope we can get a grip on this. Odie,
Yeah.
I don't know if we need to talk to the folks that run the farmers market in Meridian or not, because as a kid, they used to say, well, church ain't reconvened on this yet. Church is still out.
Yeah.
Over at the farmers market, this is different, y'all. In Vicksburg, Mississippi, they're having goat yoga.
Do you bring your own goat?
Well, it's only a limited supply of goats that can enter this. But I don't know what they actually do, but they say that before the yoga class starts, you can bring the kids and let them pet the goats. Yoga goats. There's got to be more to this story that I know.
Somebody's making
Have you ever
money.
seen a goat do yoga?
I've seen a goat freeze up and fall over when you blew the horn at them. But that was it. But I've never seen one going hum.
So to our friends in Vicksburg, y'all look out there.
Oh, me.
That's something else there. We had a young lady, we passed along condolences on this. They had a house fire this week in Jackson, Mississippi. A young lady lost her life in that.
That's terrible.
And yesterday we talked to a lot of people, and I got word last night from Lewin, Mississippi, where the tornado came through, that as of right now, Brother Hal from the Baptist Church there in Lewin says, don't bring any more clothes. We've got enough. Because it's not that they don't need them, they have nowhere to store them.
Yeah.
The people that need the clothes don't have a home, and they have nowhere to store clothes, basically more than what they've got on their back, maybe an extra set. But they've run out of room. And as I spoke to people who have toured this area, sadness is not the word. How a lot of times a storm will hit a home and you can walk out in the yard and you can pick up a few of your items that were yours.
Yeah.
We're hearing that in that area, that is not the case.
No, it's not there.
It's like nothing they owned is there anymore. You can't. It could be 20 miles from there from this tornado that hit them.
It's a replay of Rolling Stone, as our president said.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, Joe. I'm sorry.
You didn't think I was getting that bad, did you?
But this is and I know a lot of us want to help. And again, Pastor Howell, I've got a post on this on our Facebook page to where you can contact them at the Baptist church there, and they will help because the church knows without a doubt what the needs are of the community. And that's Hal Etheridge. He is the pastor there at the Baptist Church. I know that a lot of gift cards come in handy, to whether it's a Dollar General or whether it's a Walmart to help with supplies. It's better than cash, and it helps those.
It does.
And I feel better going through a church than I would any other place because they know.
They do. They personal relationships with a lot of these people. And you just wouldn't know what paper plates and paper towels and cups and stuff like that do. That's a big need. And
now, somebody passed along this advice, and I didn't even think about it. They said that when the tornado hit in Zero back in the 90s, Roadway brought out an 18-wheeler and parked it there to where people could store clothing and come back and get it. And maybe that's something that needs to be looked into to park it.
Yeah.
The fire department there. I'm not just passing along advice of what's happened in the past.
For what you can pick up, take it up there to get it out of the weather. Wouldn't be a bad idea. If somebody's got an 18-wheeler tractor trailer,
talk to the preacher.
Talk to the preacher and see. They may need you to bring that if you can spare that box trailer.
That's right. We still continue to pray for that area. And also Moss Point. I know we haven't given a lot of talk to the Moss Point tornado, but in the south end of the state also. Now, here's what's bad about this entire situation. The damage that was done does not probably meet or exceed to where the federal government will give money. It's a small amount of homes in the big picture that were damaged. So to where a lot of families sometimes get help from the government, we may not hear.
And same here. We didn't have enough here. We had a couple of homes that were damaged, and they don't have insurance. And it's hard to tell. We just didn't have enough to ask the state for a state of emergency.
Now, we all know this, and maybe there's a lawmaker that's watching now. We waste a lot of money on projects in the state of Mississippi. Maybe there's a way to set up a fund to where some money is allocated to smaller disasters to where Mississippians still need help. There's got to be a way to work something out to where we have a little money here where they at least get something to where they have a place to sleep for a night or two and get up on their feet. And I know the Red Cross helps, but there's got to be a way to help.
I will say that there is some things in the works, and we're hoping that could come to a fruition, but they are trying to get
come
that.
To a what?
A fruition.
What is that? Like
ending.
A prom date?
An ending.
Oh, okay. A fruition.
Yeah, I think that's how
I've been on this world 53 years, and I didn't know that word.
Yeah, I got in trouble the other day because my wife said she wanted some salmon, so I kept trying to tell that waiter, she wants salmon. She wants salmon. She turned around. The L is silent. And I said, well, if she wants salmon.
We can go somewhere else and eat that speaks our language.
That's right. This is redneck, and that L is there.
And I interrupted your thought there of what you were doing, but there's something in the works, you think?
There he is. So we're trying to see about getting something, if we can get something going there. So it may still be another year or two out. You have to go through another budget system to cycle to go through it. Yeah, to get it appropriated. But each one of the fire departments getting some help there. We're getting some help possibly from the state with our fire departments. Getting a little chunk of change to help out, and that would be great. So as soon as we know a little bit more about that, we'll push that out. And,
okay.
Smith County Watermelon, my buddy.
What are they talking about? Smith watermelons already?
They're going to be in Collinsville selling. I got to go get me a Smith County watermelon.
Nothing worse than getting a watermelon that is from
somewhere else.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a county that made a bad one. It'd be my yard. Awful. I've never made a good watermelon. But check those out. They are good.
Yeah.
Scotty Ray and Odie, y'all hang close. We got more to talk about.
Be right back.
Garrett Outfitters on 8th Street is getting you ready for summertime. A large selection of cool hobo shirts. Maybe it's short sleeves. Maybe you need a pair of shorts. If you're going to be cutting grass or maybe riding a tractor this summer, you're going to need a straw hat to keep cool. And as you head to that favorite fishing hole, don't forget you'll need a pocket knife along with a great rod and reel. And if you earn your living in the woods, don't forget to check out their big selection of snake boots, Carhartt pants and shirts for any occasion. It's Garrett Outfitters, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk. Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing, or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. Well, that flew by there. What you laughing about?
Roy says when they catch salmon, they snatch the L out of it.
That was funny.
That was funny. And then somebody says, where they got them Smith County watermelons? They are in Collinsville.
Always good ones there.
Oh, yeah.
Always like that.
Go check them out.
As we look at this day in history, there's a lot of, you know, and I dig, Elvis even tried to date this young lady. There must have been something more than I saw in pictures of years gone by. In 1929, she was a sweet lady. I'm not running her down. I'm just saying what was the attraction? Because there was a lot of men folk wanting a quarter. As we see that June Carter Cash was born on this date back in 29. She found
she put up with a lot.
She did. Old JR before he got his life straight now. And that is a prime example of people that say, well, I've done this wrong in life and I turned my life around to Christ. Let me tell you something. When Johnny Cash got his act together, he did it full force.
Yeah.
What a legend. Ted Shackelford, you probably won't know that name.
No.
I call him the weak link in the Ewing family. He was the little brother that, well, just didn't have a backbone. As we go back and remember from Knott's Landing, he was so bad, JR was telling him to get off the show right there in that picture. Go on,
we don't want you here no more.
So he went over and hung out with a bunch of women, and it was the beginning of 90210, I think, with that show.
Is that what it was?
Knott's
Something
Landing.
like
It was Knott's Landing.
Oh, yeah.
And it was basically the same bickering that went on 90210. And what was that Eva Longoria show that was so popular there? The house, in that neighborhood she lived in, where the neighbors were always staring at one another. I can't remember the name of it.
No, I couldn't get into none of them.
Because I didn't watch it. Angie did. 1979, one of the most memorable songs that has ever been put to on a record. It was so popular, and this guy at the time was not saved. He gets saved a few years later and goes, whoa, wait a minute.
We need to change a word.
Yeah, I said a dirty word, and I don't like it. He took out of his own pocket. The record label wouldn't do it. So he paid for it himself to go back and have every copy bleeped. That's what happened as we go back for Charlie Daniels. The devil went down to Georgia today.
That's putting your money where your mouth is.
He did. I have met many people in my life, but none ever greater than Charlie Daniels, the patriot, the Christian that this man was. He's everything and more of good that you can imagine. I've been with him in a crowd, and a child come up and touch him, and he would stop the conversation and say, hang on a minute, gentlemen. Bend down, take pictures with the kids, anything they wanted. Just a gentleman among gentlemen. I can't say enough about him.
And earn that kid's respect.
Oh, yeah.
From now on.
Sure did. 1990, who was on the cover of TV Guide? Do y'all remember this show? You almost forgot about it. Arsenio Hall. Let me put it where you can read it there.
Yeah, it wasn't...
He owned the night times at that point.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy started him out.
But Arsenio, I have not heard his name brought up in public. It's like he almost like Johnny Carson, just eased away.
The last thing I heard of him was Coming to America.
That was funny.
What is that? Velvet?
that was one funny show. I even heard that they were making a remake of like Coming to America 25. Any truth to that?
They did a Coming to America redo, and it was only on Amazon or Netflix, something, and it wasn't worth a flip.
Didn't James Brown have the song of that, Coming to America?
Coming to America. Yeah.
You know, not to be confused with what's his name, the other guy that sang "We're Coming to America." Sweet Caroline.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm blank.
Y'all, come on. What's it called?
Neil Diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lone Star had the #1 song today back in 01. Anybody remember the song "I'm Already There"? Yeah, He was #1. They had that song back then also. As we look at this, I met this guy. I was sitting with Morgan Freeman 4, 5, 6 years ago, and this guy walks in, has all these women with him. When I tell you there was 8 to 10 women that surrounded him, and he had on this fur coat. And I leaned around, I thought, who is this? And you know who it was?
That's him, huh?
Bobby Blue Bland walked in the restaurant where we were sitting at. It was pretty neat to meet this guy. A legend in the blues world. He was really good at what he done, but he passed away on this date back in 2013. But he liked his entourage.
Hey, nothing like that. Uh-oh. Cheryl says she loves my laugh.
Does she?
You can always know it. I'm told every time that they know where I'm at because they can hear my laugh.
Down the hall, there he is. We would all be saddened because this guy never called us. We often wanted him to show up at our front door. We checked several times. We even filled out a piece of paperwork so he would come.
I see it.
Anybody remember Ed McMahon? He passed away on this day back in 2009. And, of course, he was the voice on Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson.
Huh.
Man.
We
That's
would
my buddy right there.
Yep. Back in 2011, America's favorite detective. He just didn't have time to get dressed or comb his hair. He just showed up. Columbo, Peter Falk, passed away on this date back in 2011.
Just one more thing.
This guy, you will remember him from, he was in a lot of different shows, but you'll remember him from one during the 80s that made him kind of popular. Anybody remember the TV show 8 is Enough? Dick Van Patten passed away on this date. I always wanted to confuse him with Dick Van Dyke. Just because of there's not many people know that.
Charlene made me watch that one too every now and then.
Isn't there a race car driver called Trickle?
Dick Trickle.
I thought, what become of him? Is he still a driver?
Don't think so.
Or retired?
I want to say he was on Days of Thunder.
I think you're right.
So when they wrote him out of the script, he quit driving.
There you are.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Wrote him out of the script. 2016, we would lose one of the best guys that ever got up there and done anything. Ralph Stanley passed away.
A banjo.
He was a great singer there, bluegrass.
I like to hear some banjo every now and then. I mean, it's just pretty neat. Cole Trickle.
Cole, was that his name? Yeah. Where did I get that from the movie? I really thought there was somebody named that.
I'm trying to go see. It may be.
Really, there was somebody named that, wasn't it?
Cole Trickle, was he played?
He was the main
Tom
character
Cruise?
in
That was Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise
Don
was
got
Cole.
that right.
But
so isn't there a Dick Trickle?
I thought there was really a race car driver with that name.
Miss Sheila from Clark County. Good morning, Miss Sheila.
Yeah.
Good morning, Clark County.
Well,
talking about day in history, we got
what?
We got a birthday.
Oh, who is it?
We got Tommy Smith. Happy birthday. Won't nobody give us your age. They all hiding these ages. And Miss Rita Flint, we don't know that age either. And then Miss Beverly Davidson's got a birthday coming up.
That's
Sunday.
Woo.
But she didn't put her age on there neither.
Peggy has saved us.
Okay, Miss Peggy knows. She owns Why Not Motorsports Park. She better know.
She runs the whole show. Don't y'all think she does it?
You got that. Miss Peggy straightened you up just like she straightened us up. Dick Trickle was the NASCAR driver. Cole Trickle was on the TV or the show, the movie.
There you go.
Whatever it is. Thank you, Miss Peggy.
What time do the lights come on? Oh, when it gets dark out there tomorrow night. Why Not Motorsports Park? Drop in and see them. It's going to be a big time this weekend. Always fun at Rodney's house.
That's right.
Use garbage cans because his mama gets you.
Do not wear a white shirt.
Yeah, not smart. Not smart. We'll be right back.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
J&J Tire and Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes. And they even do work on motorcycles. With the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian.
Hello, my name's Kenneth Graham, and I'm running for coroner of Lauderdale County. For over 50 years, Lauderdale County's been represented by professional and competent coroners. I would like to continue that tradition. Over the next several months, I want to educate the public on what the coroner does and dispel any myths about the coroner job. I can show you that I will be the most professional coroner there is. So please vote for me August the 8th.
Paid for by the Committee for the Election of Kenneth Graham.
Patrick Allen Companies services and repairs all brands of overhead doors, residential and commercial. Our service technicians are factory trained and have over 125 years of combined experiences. At Patrick Allen Companies, we are not interested in being the biggest, just the best. We are just 4 miles south of Meridian on Highway 145. Patrick Allen Companies, safety, service, and satisfaction.
And welcome back as we look at this. Well, Maples Gas is open today. If you need a bargain, Odie, boy, they really do this and keep the cleanest bathrooms that you'll find in town.
Well, I mean, not just the bathroom, but the store and the nicest people. You know, I go in, I get my coffee every morning. You go get your drinks. I mean, look at this Celsius, 2 for $5. You can't beat that.
No.
Your belly's wanting some food. You've got lunch specials. You've got anything you want at all of what do they have, 5 stores now?
Yeah, well, actually, it's about 7 there.
7 stores. Look, the nicest people around. They greet you when you come in. It's a clean restaurant. You walk out happy. You walk out full if you've eaten there, or you're not thirsty anymore because you've gotten something to drink, and you'll be back the next day. Go see them. Maples One Stop. They're there for all your needs.
No, we've got another birthday there. Hudson Rowell celebrating a second birthday. Didn't you get some ages?
Yeah, so scroll up real quick. I wasn't saying, because some people just hide that, but she came right out, and Miss Beverly says, well, Mr. Tommy is 41, and I'll be 66. So she's proud to be 66, which if I make it to 66, I would be proud too. But thank you.
I just got a text from the High Sheriff of Clark County, and I did not know this. Dick Trickle was a NASCAR driver that committed suicide. He had cancer, he was a chain smoker and got this, and then apparently ended his life. We're getting a lot of people that know this.
May 16th, 2013, Mr. James said that was last day.
His name was Richard Leroy Trickle. I had no idea that. How do you get a name? How do you get Dick out of that name? Is it a nickname?
Well, it's kind of. Now, don't ask me who came up with this, but Dick is short for Richard.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was Joe. Huh.
You're
honestly,
thinking of Johnson.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I had no clue. I learned something every single day. I had no idea that was short for that.
Y'all just don't know what goes on behind the scenes.
Whoo, boy. I learned a little bit there. So thank y'all very much there. Getting a lot of information on that this morning as we come across this.
We have more fun than a barrel of monkeys.
Tina Turner's son was arrested right before her death for possession of crack cocaine. Did you know that?
No.
Huh.
Wow.
Brazilian woman, swine flu may be the next thing that is making its comeback. As we see another one there, the CDC is investigating this. We certainly don't want any more of that.
Don't go to Brazil right now.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Robert Downey Jr. who played the part of
Iron Man.
Iron Man. He also did Holmes, Sherlock.
Yes,
Sherlock.
yeah, and did a real good job with it.
He's coming out now talking about his time in prison. I didn't realize he had gotten so bad that he went to jail in '99 for doing basically drugs and.
Yeah.
But he's straightened his life out now, from what I understand. He says the most horrible thing that he's ever done was being locked up away.
He must not have been in the bear yacht.
Must not have been.
I don't know. It's probably pretty doggone bad. It's got to be. Jail is jail, and it ain't going to be good no matter where you at.
I was looking at headlines across America. This went on in Kansas, and this is how your life can turn from one extreme to the next. Guy pulls in, he's 18, got a young family, he's got a child, married, goes in to get a drink. Somebody robs the store, he gets shot. He's paralyzed now from the waist down for the rest of his life due to that.
It doesn't take long to change your life.
No, it doesn't.
Wow. Man, prayers go up for them and definitely that entire family.
There we are. This is a common thing, and I was reading this earlier this morning, of there's a lot of kidnapping that crosses in America, and I've never thought of this angle of how there's a woman that did this, to how when police come to a scene and they think maybe something's gone in, they call the CPS to come investigate. This woman showed up at someone's house and pretending to be a CPS officer and attempted to kidnap a child. Can you believe that? Is Ohio where this happened?
And so I see attempted. So she didn't.
She didn't get away with it. She tried. The mother intervened, and the woman left.
That's good. Have you seen? There's a program, and I don't think it's done constantly, but they took the parents and they said, okay, your kids are at home alone. They're 10, they're 9 years old. What's going to happen if somebody comes knock on the door if you're not there? Oh, well, my kids, let's find out. So while the parents are over here, they set it up to where the parents leave.
To see what they'll do.
And they'll knock on the door. And every now and then you'll have a kid going, can I help you? I need to talk to your mom or your dad. They're in the shower. I'm not opening this door, but then you'll have some open the door. Hey, is your mom and dad home? No, they're not here. We're here by ourselves.
Until they tell everything.
And the parents are sitting back going, oh my goodness.
Can't believe my child said that.
Yeah. So it's that test of what would your children do if someone strange come knocked on the door? Would they feel comfortable to walk off with somebody like that?
So long as they never knock on a door with the neighbor's wife with a bowl of butter beans, trying to see who gets tempted to follow her home with the bowl of butter beans and black-eyed peas, I'm okay.
Yeah. As long as they're already shelled.
Do anybody watch Days of Our Lives anymore? Is that still a thing?
On?
It's still on. They had an actor that was 34 years old a few months back, if y'all remember, was found deceased in a hotel room. His name was, Cody Longo, if I pronounced that correctly. Is that right? Longo?
That's the way I would do it.
Turns out it was alcohol poisoning that he died of. Too much to drink. Passed away at the age of 34. How sad is that? It reminds us of Keith Whitley, who we lost.
Yeah.
That's one of the headlines that's shaping America today. Other things. Let's see. We had some more things. This just terrifies me. There's a lot of people that say, "Oh, well, face your fears. Go," because I got that thing against heights. So I had somebody that wanted me to film a commercial on top of the 3-foot building, and I said, "That's real nice, but we're not doing that. You hired somebody else. I ain't doing it. Just go right off. I don't need money that bad. It ain't happening." But have you ever jumped from an airplane?
I haven't. Charlene has. She's
done a lot of things you have.
2 or 3 times. Yeah, I do want to do that, and I like going underwater.
I have no desire to do skydiving.
And I can't get you to go dive with me.
Nope, not doing that either.
I can't get you up above the air or below the.
Well, I had those. I can't walk a straight line, and I get dizzy, and I feel like I'm falling. And then I had that little drowning incident where they done the CPR, brought me back as a kid. So I ain't been back in a pool scent. I ain't going nowhere around it. I walk 3 feet from the edge just to make sure that I don't fall in.
That's right.
But the biggest fear of all, and you can imagine, you know it's coming, a parachute there in Argentina jumped. Parachute failed to open. That would be horrible. And I don't understand enough about parachutes. I know there's a backup one that you can pull an extra cord.
A backup, yeah.
But I guess the whole thing was failed. It didn't work right.
That's it's got to be packed right. You don't just wad the thing up and stick it in a backpack.
Now, and from what I understand, Odie, there's video footage from this of how all of these people that you pay to jump with, they video it.
Yeah.
The family will have the video, the last moments of that. That would be tough. That would be tough.
Do you give a message?
Yeah, you're right. Hey, I love you.
Yeah. Look, this is happening. My choice. I love you. I'll see you.
That's right. We got more coming up. Scotty Ray, this is Odie. It's Friday, y'all.
Are you looking for a trustworthy place to buy your next car or truck? Visit my friends at Massey Supermart Auto Sales. They've been doing business since 1955. There's a reason they've been in business for so long. They have fair prices, superior service, and repeat customers. For your next quality pre-owned vehicle, it's Massey Supermart Auto Sales. Taking care of your car needs at 1023 Highway 39 North.
Profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
Nothing adds more value to your home than well-manicured landscaping. Distinctive Borders can transform the look of your residential or commercial landscaping with continuous decorative concrete curbing. Distinctive Borders adds an attractive, durable, and permanent solution that will add value and prestige to the overall appearance of your home's landscape. Choose from a custom range of colors and patterns at an affordable price. Locally owned and operated right here in Meridian, Mississippi. Distinctive Borders, 601-490-3678.
No matter how many times you try, and no matter where you call, Representative 81 Steve Horn won't answer the phone. We're not getting any representation in Jackson. District 81, we can do better. Vote Ben Shirley, August the 8th. Paid for by Ben Shirley.
Well, the Farm Supply, they've got everything open this morning there for you. Anything that you're looking for with these great deals that just keep coming along. If you believe in hard work, they've got it for you there. Right past these shirts on the other end of the store, you'll find axe handles. You'll find Kaiser blades. Ooh. Things to take care of your home right around there. Any farm tool that you may need, including clothing.
And just the handles.
That's right. You replace it. Just because that breaks doesn't mean it's not any good.
That's right.
Get them there. Plenty of that to choose from, and a great place to go through the shop there where they've got chairs and different things to help you out there. Feed, seed, and a whole lot more to take care of any hobby or any animal that you might have. See them there. Feed for donkeys and goats, too.
Even the goats that do yoga?
Yes, sir, Bob. The special, that yoga blend.
That yoga blend.
Y'all check that out. We want to remind you of the event coming up this weekend. As we talk about things to do, we do have the Long Creek Fire Rescue Car Show.
Yeah.
That's tomorrow morning beginning at 10 a.m., and it should last till around 2. We had a lot of people turn out for that.
Yeah, and it's going to be a beautiful day. So go out there and support them. Me Hands got there from 10:30 to 2. Pulled pork plates. Well, that was a tongue twister. Pulled pork plates, $10. Half a chicken, barbecue chicken plates, $10. Man, 50-50 raffle. They got all kind of stuff going on to see them and support these. And so we got the bear yacht. So a little squirrel jumped on my shoulder and said, "Hey."
Squirrel?
Yeah.
Okay.
The bird can't fly in here.
Oh, okay. Squirrel was in here.
Squirrel was in here.
Thought it was the seal of approval back there.
Well, he's out working. He's getting he's getting more information, so these other places will have some news to talk about.
There you go.
Yeah. But so Lauderdale County has the Lauderdale County Hilton Inn. The LC Hilton.
I also heard a little rumor this morning. A little bird flew by as I was walking to the studio.
See, we was outside. Where
That bird come by me and said that the grand jury has reconvened. And what's that I hear? Subpoenas? Officials with the city of Meridian subpoenaed? We'll find out more. Say you're out of town one or too many times, they still subpoena you.
That's terrible.
We'll get some news on that. Also, we had a loose pig last night. We're not sure that the pig has been found yet, but this was right out there on Meehan Savoy Road. This little piggy went to market, and he was standing right in the middle of the road.
Look, he better not be going to Meehan.
It won't turn out good.
Because they'll cook him. You better go get your pig.
Oh, a beautiful sight that I received out of Philadelphia, Mississippi last night that I wanted to share. Y'all look at this. This is absolutely gorgeous. As Brian and Mandy Guest sent that in to us there, right above the steeple. Isn't that
Promise
pretty?
of God.
It is.
Wow, that is beautiful. Bob said that's bacon on the run.
Bacon. Like a bacon on the run. Fox on the run. Wasn't that what the name of that song was?
That's it.
And again, if you've got a picture or anything like that, always send those to us. It's so many beautiful pictures that roll in. Here's one here in the Collinsville area that was sent in last night. Look at that. Just a beautiful sky. We got a lot of those, so always send those to us. Let me see if I got any more here. That this was in Philadelphia also last night. Let me blow this up. This is kind of cute, like that.
Yes.
Road construction as that rainbow come by.
The promise when we get this done, we'll open it up so you can drive on it.
That's right. And I want to say this was Archusa, if I am not mistaken, Clark County. I think that's where that was.
Wow.
So many pictures, and we thank each and every one of you for giving us tips of things that you see. As always, we'll dig deeper each time to let you know.
Man, it's always a good day to be able to sit back, relax, think about the good Lord and what He's done for you. Friday's here, 71 hours. We'll be back again with another morning show.
And the great news is me and Odie don't have any subpoenas.
Nope. We'll be here. We don't know what we're going to talk about. Depends on what kind of weekend everybody has.
Absolutely.
Thank you. We love you. We enjoy you spending your time with us. We'll see you next week.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners. The following program was paid for by Southern American Media.